Welcome. Today I want to walk through something that caught me off guard the first time I ran into it on Tron Network. I'm using Trust Wallet here, but honestly, the wallet isn't really the important part. If it supports Tron, the same idea applies. So everything looks normal, USDT in my wallet, nothing suggested anything was wrong. Then I hit send and the transfer just wouldn't go through. My first thought was that I'd missed something. I checked the wallet again, waited a minute, tried one more time, still nothing. After digging around for a bit, it turned out the wallet wasn't the problem at all. The missing piece was TRX. On Tron, TRX is used for network resources, so even if your tokens are sitting there, certain operations can still get stuck if there isn't enough available. Okay, but the frustrating part was finding a clear explanation. Every guide seemed to take a different direction. Some focused on energy, others talked about staking, a few suggested completely different workflows. So after reading through all of that, I realized the important part wasn't memorizing every possible method, it was understanding why the network behaved that way in the first place. All right, let me show you the general process I'm using here. First thing on the page is the amount of TRX. There are a few different options available, I just choose the one that fits whatever I'm doing that day. If I'm only checking a transaction or testing something quickly, I'll keep it small. If I know I'll be spending more time on Tron, I'll pick a larger amount. Next comes duration. That's simply how long I'll need TRX available, nothing complicated. Okay, then I'll switch to my wallet and copy my Tron receiving address. Back to the page, paste it in. Quick look to make sure everything matches. Okay, let's confirm. So here, I can either complete everything manually by choosing the network myself or use Wallet Connect if I want to approve it directly from the wallet. Both options work, but for this recording, I'm staying with the manual method because it's easier to see every step on screen. Request's been submitted, so now it's just a short wait while the network finishes processing. All right, TRX is available, so now if I go back and repeat exactly what wasn't working before, this time the transfer goes through without any issues. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Not because it's some hidden trick, it's actually the opposite. Once you understand that Tron relies on TRX for network resources, a lot of confusing moments stop being confusing. Instead of guessing, you already know one of the first things worth checking. After that, the whole workflow becomes pretty routine. Open the wallet, check the balance, make sure the address is correct, complete the transaction. A few seconds later, you're back to whatever you were doing.
Whether I'm testing DeFi, interacting with smart contracts, or sending TRC20 tokens between wallets, I approach it the same way every time. Understanding the reason behind the process has been much more useful than memorizing random fixes from different forms. And one thing I've noticed over the years is that Tron has become part of everyday crypto activity for a lot of people. A huge number of USDT transfers happen on this network, so sooner or later, most users end up working with it. That's why I think it's worth understanding the basics of how it behaves instead of treating every failed transaction like a mystery. Once those fundamentals make sense, troubleshooting gets a whole lot easier. Anyway, that's everything I wanted to cover. If you've run into other interesting situations in crypto, leave them in the comments.